I'm kidding. I'm not gonna let you sit through the whole intro. Not gonna let you do that. All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what the issue was with the sound, but we're live. We're officially live, and we're going to get started right away. Actually, we're gonna give it 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Consider this your intro. 3 minutes. Wait for other folks to get back in, and we'll get the ball rolling. Hopefully, the audio should be flawless now. Caught the little bastard Tonto and told him, what is up with you and your sound setup? He was on it in the blink of an eye, just like that. Fixed it. So, let's hydrate, never liquidate. Take a little break. Get those likes back in here, man. We was at like 15. Wow. Wow.
Oh, we're good now? I think we're good. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the view. Say hello to one another. Be excellent to one another. Hydrate. Go grab your kombuchas. Come right back in here. Restart the generators. Those likes disappeared like there was nothing there to begin with. Get them back in here. All right, let's stop wasting our time, shall we? Let's just do it. Just get into it now.
Hungry for a trade, I see you are. All right, keep those keep the R3 target in mind. Let's see if we can flip it. Now that you're here, first ones in line, you will receive the good news. And we will take it from there. Now, first and foremost, once again, I was reading. Why are you laughing, Patrick K? 1% crew is a dream come true. And we're a gang here. We're not a crew. We attack these prices like like they're like the exchange is our enemy, which it is. But the enemy has something to offer. And we're gonna talk about that in a second. And I think you're gonna really like it. Especially you Bybit Pro traders. Look to your left. Look to your right. Do you see those miserable souls that are trading manually with limit orders on MEXC? With market orders on Prime XBT? With conditional orders at... What kind of garbage is out there anyways? Now you Bybit Pros, things are just gonna get crazy from here. It's just gonna get better and better and better for all of us. Now, what you're looking at right now is something that we're gonna... Let's run you through the update. Let's run you through the update of what is to come here. In terms of the research. Now, as you know, there are some people out there who claim they have some sort of magical DBBS indicators that are giving you like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, off you go, your account is back to zero, right? That indicator. I would say we have come up with a competitive... It's not even competitive, it's just gonna slay... It's gonna destroy everything that's out there, basically. All right, now, as I was saying in the previous stream before the sound got screwed up, first of all, let me just throw this out there. First of all, I went through Twitter, right? And Team and I did a little update about it a day ago, so yesterday. And we talked about how we have an algorithm that is pointing up, like it thinks that prices will go up. And we were really curious because we just had like this, it was looking like a bearish daily doji, but it didn't really matter because the algorithm is, you know, it was just telling us that, you know, you should be positioned long. And so I took a leap of faith on that trade. Now, I did not call it. I left you with a little structural trade where I would say that on Monday we have a potential long setup if we come back and remain above the TC level, the top center level of the weekly time frame. Did we do that? Yes. Did price skyrocket away from that level? Yes. Did you go long? Most likely. Looking at the profit wall, it's looking like many were actually positioned to go long on that move as well. But here we're going to talk about the actual algorithm, and I'm gonna use this video as an introduction to chart analysis. By the way, you guys who are watching this and have been watching this channel for the last every single stream in existence, in each and every single stream there's a free trade setup. Now it could happen in the beginning of the stream, could happen somewhere in the middle, or it could be all the way in the end 2 hours later, or I may just keep it for the platoon or for myself, you know, it depends. But if you're here and you're gonna stick around, please do so if you have the time, or come back to it later, because these trade setups are going to give you some time to prepare and see if you agree and see if you can take the trade as well and tag along with the rest of us. But yeah, that's for the chart part. We're going to be looking at the chart, and we have something. I am not clickbaiting. I'm saying that there's a move that we're anticipating, and I'm questioning your bullishness right now. But regardless, the algorithm is going to be killer and is going to wipe the floor with these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bullish candles bullshit that I've seen on certain other trading tools, MarketSpy specifically, some made up bullshit. They call it the confluence. I just caught up with it. They call it the confluence of many indicators in agreement. Guys, what does that sound like? Does that sound like the Does that sound like we have fans or what? Do we have fans in the house, ladies and gentlemen, who are trying to understand the principles and the layout of the MarketSpy ecosystem in terms of what to look for? Are these streams coming in handy all of a sudden to certain individuals out there who are not part of our family? I would say so. Yes, indeed. They're watching, and for good reason. But we're not here for recognition. Copying is the best compliment you can have. It's a karmic cycle, I guess. So here we are. But we have something that is going to basically give you a very accurate predictive tools built inside of DSR that will tell you. It's called ITP, Incremental Take Profit Point Locator, that identifies volatility and gives you, at least by its criteria, one ATR trade on the next candle. And it gives you the signal before that actually happens. So you have time to position yourself. And also for Bybit Pro users, the chaser mode is going to be its main attraction point, because not only does it tell you to when to start averaging in, it tells you when to take profit on the reversal signal. And it also, takes time to develop a little bit. It's been fine-tuned, and most of it happens immediately after you see one. Others, they take time and need to produce a multitude of those signals in order for them to actually play out, because you just never know with this market. If there's a market maker that decides to push it further against the rule set that we were able to compile and organize, trying to understand institutional algorithms in particular, then I have all the reasons to believe that we may have cracked a little code there. But this is not something that's new. It's been refined and adapted to current conditions. So with the chaser and the new algorithm on DSR, it is going to be very interesting to see how that performs. And I believe that our Bybit Pro / MarketSpy users are going to be very much in love with the new offering. All the skeptics, unsubscribe, sign off, and delete your life right now. Because at the end of the day, you have to use something. My question is, what are you going to use? Your gut, your dreams, your I don't know, cipher. I don't know. What are you going to use? Watching other people trade? It comes down to this, all right? We're on a mission for completion, for precision. We're here to empower the traders that are exclusively on our side of the market, and so far so good. We barely had any chances to fuck up, excuse my language, this year majorly. Not a single hiccup throughout the journey so far, and we're gonna round off this year with a bang, because we do have a couple of more trades lined up for Q4, and then once we're done with it, we will share the metrics and see how this little bad boy's performed over time, and we'll talk about everything else then. But right now, you can see first and foremost, MarketSpy's DSR is now loaded across time frame. As you can see, I have loaded this up in each. So we have a weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour and 15-minute time frame here. DSR is now faster than ever and is reflected across all of them. So you will not have that blackout issue that we had where TradingView could not just handle. And these are the common tools that are included in DSR. DSR is the only part of MarketSpy. There's a collection of some of the things that are not so custom, but are very, very necessary to identify classic pivots, support and resistance, and stuff like that. And there's a method to all of this. There's a method to all of this madness. We're going to talk about that. But yeah, it looks amazing. It looks pretty good. If you're not a follower on Twitter, I would suggest you do so. if you're interested to keep up, because there may be some updates that get posted over there, and so it's very beneficial to kind of look at things as they happen. So we tweeted this yesterday, and this chart over here in particular was very interesting. Is that training is going to come once this is out in the wild with you MarketSpy. We will have a dedicated. So there's a new website launch. There's a new everything. There are things that I cannot talk about right now. But we're gonna get into little tiny details about certain things that you can expect and look forward to. It's been a while, and it's time for an update, and it's time to adjust some of the models found in our trading systems in accordance to what we think is going to happen in the market. So, looking at, you will see little lightning bolts on these candles that will tell you when the algorithm will think that we're going to most likely correct. Now, obviously, these things do not mark distance for you. It's not a marathon where it tells you, we're going to start here, we're going to end up over there. The market is the king. The market is the first indicator, and the algorithm follows it closely to try to understand and predict it. Okay, as you know, current AI models, even forget about the retarded Pine script and all those wizard kids are doing magical rainbows on it and stuff like that. We're talking about advanced algorithms that are struggling to understand human behavior. Now, what is the market? I'll let you sip on that knowledge, enjoy the taste, and try to come up with a decent answer. You already know that it's impossible, but you can get something that has a very high probability, that is very close to being perfect, almost all that you need. And we're not looking to spread this far and wide. So up until now, every single trader that had found the system that had come across our channel did so on their own, without. There's no affiliate system, there's no shilling going on, there's no banners, there's no, I haven't written a single email to anybody saying, hey, check it out, give it a try, see if you like it, so I can sell it. I'm using it, I depend on it, and I'm willing to share and pass on the knowledge to the select few that have come across our channel and are now considered to be part of the family. So Platoon and MarketSpy, this one is for you. But basically these green, this is the volatility sign, classical, right? You could actually see it. Point of volatility is every time this shows up, you're looking for an extreme chop. So this in particular here gave us a candle that was seemingly looking like it was going to go down and ultimately reversed and gave you a chop up ahead. So this is a warning. Another one over here gave you super chop, right? Like the kind of stuff that most traders lose their minds over. This is 21 hour a day of just randomness, right? We have another one here, and we had extreme demand, where I called this demand area silly, and I said that we're going to be hedging or taking a short position on this candle. Basically, the lightning bolts here would indicate a reversal pattern that is to come. Like I said, the distance is not known, but to give you a sample, 8-hour time frame, this looks at the ATR of the previous candle, and it gives you an approximate distance to target based on that. So we always use ATR on this channel, and that's very exciting to see that it's been pretty accurate. And we had another call here at the bottom, reversal in conjunction with all the levels that you see on the chart using DSR, for example. It was very easy to see why this happened the way it happened here. Another one over here, pull back from the purple line level. So these levels are pretty strong, resistant points, but we need some sort of confirmation. We need like this final hammer on the head to just kind of nail through our heads that, yeah, look, take profit a little bit. So ITP is incremental, take profit. program that allows you to basically act on price action similar to what the yellow flags would be, except these are more frequent, are more sensitive, and they're spread out across different time frames, giving you that same steady ATR result. So imagine if you're chasing this with a chaser. Within this one little candle, you can exchange millions of dollars easily. What else are you looking at? So yeah, volatility in preparation of most likely this thing is going to surprise you most, because this is what when you see one, it probably invalidates your whole understanding of what price is supposed to do versus what it's going to do. So expected volatility means there's going to be some turbulence up ahead. Take long profit. So if you were long over here, you would take profit over here incrementally. And we have a whole system that is going to be launched with the knowledge base for MarketSpy that will tell you the exact percentage that you need to know, how to basically operate these and how to allocate your position to these signals. Unlike most other stuff that is found in MarketSpy, these are going to be direct signals, which will prompt hard stop losses and most likely are going to give you profitable trades, points of accumulation. We had many people who were asking, once I'm in an underwater position and I, based on my TA, I somehow ended up underwater. What do I do? When do I start averaging in? So these guys will tell you when you can have that killer strike for a precise sort of the most probable the reversal point that would allow you to average in, and you can determine the ATR amount. So taking this candle, the next move was the equivalent of point to bottom of the move previously before that. Same thing over here, then an extension, and take short profit position, initiation, bottom point. Variety of ways to play with these. We have two signals that came at the TC. However, on 1 hour, this was looking slightly bearish. Okay, so we were closing below the moving 50 moving average on the 4 hours. We're expected a little bit of down, but ultimately these are telling us to go long. So predicted price movement, how? When these occurred, it basically measured like this candle over here, starting from this point, and it tells you that the ATR of the next move, consecutive set of candles, is going to be going for this box. And 63,800 is currently where's the price right now? So that was 2 days later. You can see how the same chart without DSR on it now showed you how the signal came over here and later over here. We're gonna look it up on the live chart right now, and we have reached the target pretty much. This was posted earlier today. So this is more than enough. It doesn't have to be accurate. A lot of people come here and they're so misguided. They have concepts from legacy trading education and regurgitated content that they consume daily from other websites, other channels, and they think there's an edge to be found there. And this is wrong. And we're here to welcome them and say that, look, there's a better way. And perhaps not only with the help of our tools, which give you lightning speed execution style techniques, where you can make a trade faster than your peers. Anybody who is trading could basically cannot compete with you and your style of trading here. If you're careful with leverage and you have already figured out and got a sense for it, you understand that staying under 1x is more than profitable. When we're talking about replicating success and getting consistent numbers in every trade, we're talking about that. Now, many traders, they luck out. They make a couple of $1,000 here, 100,000 on one day, lose 200,000 the next day. Believe it, trust me. And they're break-even traders. They post great numbers, but behind the scenes, they're break-even traders. and that's what you want to avoid. So you're going for these small incremental vantage points from where you can see how what they say about the market at 95 is severely underperforming. Then it is true. You can witness that, and you already have developed the sense and the techniques that are necessary to survive trading Bitcoin in particular here. So yeah, this thing is going to be super exciting. I look forward to sharing that with you in the coming days. But it most likely is going to come as a Cyber Monday special, and the release date is slated for that because we still need to test it across other instruments and do a couple of back testing to see how the actual strategy relates to the signals that are visualized on the chart. So we're going to get into that, okay? But yeah, DSR is going to be flawless. MarketSpy Armageddon has been updated as well as MSX. Now for MSX, nothing major is changing there. Once again, you have your incredible MEXC setup here. Guys, when you see this, don't be afraid. Take it. You know, these are profitable. Manage it. There's no need to wait and see if Bitcoin is bearish or bullish. It doesn't really matter. In my opinion. Now, sometimes it's better to not take a trade. I agree, but most of the times, second guessing yourself is not a good thing. Okay, so let's take a look at this. By the way, if you have once this thing is out and you can have multi-view like this set up, I would recommend these timeframes for an overall view of what the market is doing, and you don't need to do anything else. But let's get into it right now. And I'm gonna go to 8 hours over here quickly. Switch this view over to CPR resolution. I would want it to sit at weekly. Okay, and let me just talk about what to expect here briefly. So we had a correction which we well knew and we're ready for. Some of us took profit here. Actually, the whole bearishness started from here. As you know, these are greed candles here. This is extreme greed, right? And so this is to be expected, right? And we had our first bounce on the Armageddon EMA ribbon. Now, historically, if you go back, you can sort of see what that means in general. Now, note, this was a crossover here, so we had some juice to go. The second bounce here is the first, and we're probably going to bounce about here, but ultimately come back down. Right now, we have incredible support in the form of previous day's close over here, where we're trading for the majority of the weekend. And weekend is, you know, do it like I do it. Skip it. You know, don't Monday comes around, you know, see if price is above the weekend traded level. That's a bullish sign. So that's your call right here. And many of you have managed to grab the opportunity, and you don't need hand holding, you know, someone telling you like, go ahead and do it. You're already fishing on your own, which is great. But yeah, think about it. You're trading lower on the weekend. Here's your close. Then if you stay above it, you know, you come back above it, you can at least have captured this one small candle here, which is $1,000. You know, it's not so bad. Mind you, this is an 8-hour time frame. Now the smaller ones just kept giving you a signal after signal after signal. We had a MEXC set up. MarketSpy was just like absolutely murdering, tracking this along the way, and all you had to do was keep up with the trend. This is one way to know how the trend is your friend, is to realize where you close and you open on the weekly sort of midterm target time frame. So what does this mean now for us? It means that price will further consolidate. By the way, if it goes back down to these levels, right now I have a ladder scaled on the daily ATR because I will not be babysitting this. I don't care. I am actually taking profit incrementally on my spot position along the way right now. Average buy entry over here. Weekend. Why would you not support, right? There is no head and shoulder until you have a shoulder. So now it's looking like one. But before that, rounded bottom formation. There was a special pattern there at play that you could have looked at and understood what that means. We have extensive training and teaching on what that is. This right here. When it looks extremely bearish, dumping into support, only a fool would do that. You're looking for it to prove to you that it can stay above the weekend traded levels. Now we have done so. Now DSR, incremental take profit points and show volatility warning. These are the bad boys here. So notice how it actually printed over here but disappeared. Candle close is imperative. We talked about this many times before. But once you have that candle close, imagine this wick going down, could probably freak you out. But the algo here is pretty solid because it gave you a candle close. You could have traded that in. Variety of ways to enter. You have Bybit Pro, use your imagination, right? With the new market maker mode here, that is going to be part of the whole package in the future. Really excited to share that with you and show you how. So I would on a signal like this, right? Here's another one. It showed up, candle closed. We opened above daily, candle started going above. Looking at smaller time frames over here, for example, let's take a look at 4. Half that. We can see how on this candle we rip right above it. So pretty safe entry overall. And now look at this. We're having one tiny little thing over here, and we have to wait for the candle close. Once the candle closes, we'll see that this is a take profit point. We're approaching some dangerous levels, and we'll see if we can reverse away from it. Here was one here. There was one here on the current candle. 1 ATR value. Sure, on the current candle, 1 ATR value. Sure, you have those trades. Here they are again. They're appearing right. They're giving you that time so you can trade. Now here's one over here. It appeared 1 ATR value over here. If you went short over here, incremental take profit points can be used as let's say you entered and you're like, oh snap, right? You had your trend line here, but it somehow ripped above it. The next set of those that appear with the volatility warning is your chance to average in, actually get in, and this whole wick over here was your big profit point. So your average would have been somewhere around here. Lots of opportunities and chances, right? This is as close as it gets to you having that ultimate edge in the market. The 6 hour is looking similar. We had these guys over here, right, telling you to accumulate, and you know, when you're sitting at support, pretty easy to once again trade these signals over here. There was one right here which told you that we're going up from here, and it went up to the daily close. So for us right now, we're looking for further upside potential to I would say, you know, this is a weekly time frame, right? So let's drop it down to daily and see how we have compressed, ripped above it. And so next time we drop down, we're buying it. This is going to be stagnant here, and it's going to just consolidate. But when it squats a little bit down, potentially to the previous level of 63, all right, and lower, you want to be buying. So I have a daily ATR value set with a decent number of contracts that is going to get picked up. I think down to the close, open, and the new close right here, we're very safe. You want to be buying above here. Now this is not going to give you a trade easily, so maybe sideways still here, and then we have another leg up. Okay, that is going to just give us another trade. R3 is dangerous. We're seeing that incremental take profit point flashing over here, so something to consider. If you're long from anywhere here, probably start closing your trade or start accumulating into it. You know how that goes. It shows up, you accumulate, the trend is bullish, and fast acceleration down will give you another profitable entry, I believe. So that's what we're looking at in terms of what's to come and what Bitcoin is doing now. Here's your 12, vol warning over here. Stay away from that, take profit, telling you to go short. So this was my top over here, right? And then we easily came back down to it. This level now will most likely act as support, and this price has all the right to come back down to about 61, where you want to be a buyer. Don't think it will let you, so you're buying before that. With a scaled ladder, you should be able to pick up a few, and I don't have any take profit target set, but overnight, these are very conservative, very nice, and are likely to get filled all the way through. So we're looking to take advantage of that. What else? So daily over here, right? Nothing's changed on the daily. As a matter of fact, it's looking like it's going to curve up. However, it most likely is going to fail. Unlike all the other algorithms that are just, more money flow. There's very, very important. Let's clean it up a little bit. Very important thing here to understand. People have asked to give me those cipher waves that are, up and down, up and down, up and down. The thing is, when we have a very, very, so for example, right, this thing, the green, right, we're in a long-term green trend flow. This thing is going to start crashing down soon. When that happens and you see a red pocket here, you're buying it. Now, with other systems, you most likely would, according to what I know, short that and take it as a short signal. It is not. The red pocket will be buy the opportunity pocket. Let me demonstrate. For example, as you can see, there's many of them, and to the naked eye, this looks like a whole bunch of messy. So you might think, if you didn't have this long-term trend flow, you might think that money flow is going down, it's time to short. As a matter of fact, there's a red pocket within the green pocket, is buy the blood opportunity. Buy the blood right here. And that's where you're looking to basically trade. Every time you see these pockets, these are your buy the dips, and long-term trend flow just tells you long-term. Right now, you shouldn't be scared to short it. To long it, because we're not done. Things can and will come abruptly to an end, but in a bullish market structure like now, that is very unlikely. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, almost a day of pumpage here, right? And enjoy it while it lasts, because it won't. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. Judging by the looks of this, we have a potential Mag 7 that's setting up, but it's already ran away from the banana low. The banana low, ladies and gentlemen, you know what that is. And the target is pretty much on point right now. Like that's your HC right there already. I can see it without using the ruler. I can see that we're sitting at HC. Yeah, we are. And now it's actually over that. It did not get rejected. So next time when it has a little squat, when it goes for a little cool off, we want to be buying that area, and that is potentially around 62, around there. So yeah, we want to accumulate a buy into it, see how it goes. Is it a head and shoulder? Hell if I know. We will only know if this purple line breaks and we go lower than that. And until then, don't speculate, participate, trade it. Okay. Banana. We had a banana. You guys don't know what a banana is? The banana pattern? course you do. So ITP training is not as simple. It's not how it looks, right? A lot of people on YouTube and elsewhere, they're used to, they're brainwashed into believing what they're seeing. That's why it's so easy to market garbage to you. Not you in particular, but I mean like you as a person, you know, me. Guys come along and tell me, hey, CR, we have this great freaking right? Whatever it may be. And I'm like, oh, really? Show me. You know, it's always show me. But to experience it, we will have a full bootcamp on the new feature because it's incredibly powerful and it's designed specifically for Bybit Pro Chaser users. So if you don't have Bybit Pro and MarketSpy at the same time, then it may prove to be very difficult to implement that in your own custom strategy because it's very specific. But man, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. So what's regulating in the chat? 63,611. Yeah. That's price prediction is really the most important call every day. Price direction. Yeah. Clifton Lewis, 100%. Directionality is, see, that freezes up from the burn of you know, the classic guru calls where they're like stop loss here. See, they don't care if your stop loss gets eaten. I do. Because they're trying to protect their butt with this. But if you know direction and a basic setup, and it's telling you, like, you know, for example, if we're above or below that level, you can handle these things on your own. You don't need anyone telling you. You don't need me just popping up in there in that precise moment as it's happening during the breakout, telling you, guys, we're going long right now because it's breaking out. We're not obsessed watching the chart like, when is it gonna happen? When is it gonna happen? Right? You just know that basically. Yeah, you know, we've seen it before. I see what's happening here. You know, probabilities stack up one after on top of another, and so you can directionally have confidence that, look, if we all see it and you see it, then it's most likely there. You can trade it. So I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. Price direction. It's not the target. How the hell do I know if it's going to go to 75K right now? Or I can only know that there's a certain ceiling that I can visually identify and say, like, look, I'm going to take profit here and secure my gains. Not be one of those guys, you know, who give it all back by waiting an extra 2 hours. Because within an hour, this could literally drop dead. Like, you never know. It's a push of a button. They can bring it down. There's liquidity, yeah, but you want to be ready on that wick. So we're waiting and sitting for that to happen, if it happens. And we're taking profits when it's time to take profits. See, it's appropriate right now. For example, if you're long from anywhere here, hell, even from like 1, 2, 3 of these candles. If you have captured any one of these candles, you should be TPing right now, for sure. Charts are clearly an emotional response to price, and TA is a tool to measure those emotions. Right. I agree. But also, sometimes in not so liquid markets, right? Depending. I don't know if you recall, Bitcoin is pretty liquid right now, but at the same time, there's OTC. The market cap, I don't know. I don't know how this whole thing works. You know, we have so many exchanges, the segregation, you know, we have division of volume and it's not pulled together. I don't know. It's kind of messy. So sometimes one exchange, we were trading on Bybit in particular. At that time, maybe there aren't that many people who are trading that, you know. And so it's purely algorithmical, and these guys are just chopping the range. Now, I'm not a trend guy because I believe that by the time you see a trend, it's too late. But I am a ranger, and I like to spend most of my time within ranges that are stable, that are going to eventually result in a powerful move. And they give you a lot of time to prepare, you know. So it's very difficult, but I think, you know, everyone stands to benefit from understanding how to trade price when it's ranging. Now, for example, here right now, I do believe that we are going to be ranging. We are establishing a certain range, and I think between the purple and the green, if we stay here, yeah, we're looking to basically chop below it. If we go higher, there's potentially a very good reason to challenge the next high over here. So right now, I would say that, you know, shorting it is absolutely insane. You had all weekend, and people have absolutely they delivered once again. They shorted the bottom here. Volume was increasing on the short side, and it peaked over here. But hey, Monday and new week open. What do you think is going to happen when such gaps were left over the weekend? Most of the time, price will probably move in the opposite direction. So long by Monday and into the week, I think we start off strong on Monday. We're probably there's a chance of a shakeout on Tuesday tomorrow, which is going to look like, oh, this was a fake out, and then it'll pause, and by Wednesday everyone will realize that they took profit too early, or they closed their positions too early, or they didn't open one because they thought that this was a double head and shoulder, and it'll continue moving again because momentum looks to accelerate here. And these are powerful time frames, right? So that's going to take each candle, you know, is going to drag it out. And so just when you think it's going to push a little higher, it's going to go lower. Just when you think it's going to go more lower, you're not going to get that entry, it's going to go higher. So it's going to start here. This is the start of the range, and I look forward to trading it. Today there's not a, you know, patience pays off all the time, every time. And so if you wait with me in the trenches over here, right, if you did not long the previous, traded under the, you know, resistance over here on the we were sitting at TC. Remember the TC, this thing will come preloaded with now a weekly standard, so that you guys are not focused on the intraday. Look, it's getting crazier and crazier out there, right? So we have to now switch to weekly time frames within smaller time frames. So using weekly levels and looking for entries on lower time frames to give us that prolonged sort of, you know, trade setup that can last a day or two, you know. And by the way, since yeah, so this comes back down. It's a buy. It's a buy over here, most likely. And you have a double formation on the close, and the close is slightly lower here, which is not good. But you're gonna get your reaction. You're gonna get your reaction, even if it wants to go slightly lower. It's going to be a very painful and slow process, not as obvious as it seems right now. And again, once again, we have a lot of support from down below. And on the daily, we have compressed and broken out of a CPR compression range. So it's only logical that the next target is R1 and the green box. Now, what happens in the green box is that I go and drain this account of another 0.1 BTC and another 0.1 BTC every time we hit these things, because I think we're going to top out pretty soon. And we're at the end of these last few months. Could be that we're headed for the blow off top. We're gonna see that huge firework to end the year, but at this point it doesn't really matter, because like I said, your job is to secure a trade, per day, and you win when you don't lose, and you win bigger when you can duplicate the same process tomorrow and not call it, whew, I was lucky. You know, you just say, okay, done. I got my $100, $10, $1,000, $100,000, whatever it is that you're doing. And that, my friends, is how you stay ahead of the pack. Now, you may not feel the gains, but you need to think in terms of percentage anyways. And retention rates, like what are you keeping from all of this at the end of the day? Thank you for liking the video. 28 viewers, 11 of them are not sure. They're like, what if the audio disappears like in the previous stream? And I'm gonna hit the like button. I'm not so sure about that. So yeah. Let's do this one more thing real quick. And oh man, volatility can't look. This is going to look. Aim for R1, okay? Aim for the green box. You have no choice. You have to aim for the green box or higher. This thing is curving up like mad right now. Once we have that pocket, the red pocket crossover, hopefully it doesn't go there all the way up, because that would be bad. That would be really bad, and it's gonna get smacked and be faced with resistance at this level again. But when it does cross over, we should push a little higher. I still believe that our 75K target from... Don't you dare think for a moment that we just realized that. We're talking about 3 months ago analysis when everyone was aiming for 30K. We were saying 75, right? You got to keep that in mind. All you new people who are not clicking the likes on this video, you got to keep that in mind, okay? And we're just now getting very close to it. We're retesting the top, and we see some big wig traders out there who are looking at the double top right now, speculating like a bunch of mad rabid dogs, thinking that, you know, this looks scary, and it does. And it does. So what are we gonna do about that? So currently, right now, we have, if it is what I think it is, we're looking to build a nice little flag. So expect your boy Moon and everyone else to start like tripping about this whole setup here, talking about how we're gonna have a breakout all the way to 75 and all the way into our yellow box, where we'll take their liquidations and their stops and just eat it for lunch. The setup, by the way, remember December? We called the bottom here. We called another round of formation here. We don't know how to call the top, because there's only one man at the top and we don't know what that is, okay? I'm just saying, be very ready for this. We are now above the middle. So the weekly close, we have jumped on the Monday, opened above it. We will stay above it most likely. Buy the dip. Even if you can't believe what you're seeing right now, buy the dip. And it's going to potentially give us a nice little trade setup here. Once this curves up, we're up. We're flying. Okay? But again, this is just for fun, speculation. It's not financial advice, because that happens in the platoon. All right? People pay for that kind of stuff. Not about to give you financial advice here on YouTube. You can sue me later and say, you said, but it didn't. Well, we don't give price targets, and that 75K is just a mark to go by. Directionally, like basically we're thinking like machines in terms of ATR. We're looking at the size of these candles and we're thinking, can I capture that next candle that same size? Each and every one of these candles is what, like 1K? 2? Okay. This is at there you go, right? So think about what time frame you're on and what is the ATR for that time frame, and trade that setup on that time frame. Secure your profits and look for another opportunity on lower time frames, higher time frame. I guarantee you will be more pleased with your results if you just shift from one setup to the next without altering or using. See, if you have a very high confidence setup, as most of us know already, we don't really need a stop loss, because why? We already know based on the probabilities of what is going to happen here. But if you do use a stop loss, that means you're not, you're taking trades that you're not supposed to. That's my understanding of how that works. You're taking trades that you're not really supposed to. But you have the need to take a trade, but if it's not there, I'm personally very comfortable with that. If it's not there, it's not there. So I advise you, my fellow traders, to just, the trenches are over here. All right, this is the ultimate, and it's going to happen. Mark my words, this is going to happen soon. Okay, it's going to happen soon. Symmetrically, we're bubbling over here. You see what I'm saying? We're bubbling. This cannot extend further away from this line. This cannot extend over here. All right, it's going to come back down to it. So keep an eye on that flag, because what can happen here is this. All right. Many people are looking at polls. I actually never trade the poll. I think that's ultimate greed. All I know is that the base, all right, and this is ATR magic. Anybody tells you that, trade the poll from here to here, you have your whole poll, that's just speculation, right? In terms of like ATR, especially on higher time frames, this may equal to one candle, but you're looking at a month's worth of trade setups that you're going to miss just by sitting on this. So maybe if you're trading spot, trade it. But my take on this is that this thing extends to 75, which would make perfect sense from here, just like so. And you're going to have a little tiny pullback. You'll need to buy that pullback, and that's how we get there to our target. Okay, and from there, be ready to buy at 55, 53 or lower. I'm talking about multi-week horror, right? Just in time for Halloween. So let's keep an eye on this, and would I advise attacking price from above into a short closer to that 75? Absolutely. That was our target based on a very macro structure of a time frame, and once we hit that target, there's very little upside potentially after that, because we're just gonna have, the market is going to have to be very emotional in order to overcome that. I believe people will not have enough confidence to push it higher than that, and we're gonna see one heavy drop because of that. So that was the second stage of the uptrend. We're waiting for the third. Buy the dip on the fourth and the fifth. Your aliaticians, technicians, you guys know what I'm talking about. You're gonna have your little pullback. Now, how many waves you got here? 1, 2, 3. Normal, not complex, right? Just normal wave structure without any of that noise in between. Very clean. So we can be expected to go higher, retest this, break out, go back down. So it's not going to be a clean rejection. I believe we'll break out at a new high and then come back down immediately. So that's when we need to buy back in. Because as we consolidate in the upper half of where the orange line is, actually let's move it up to here. I think it'd be fair to say that no, I don't know, doesn't really matter. So the median would be sitting somewhere around here. We'll need to buy back into it. So if you can imagine with me, right? Imagine your dreams coming true. A setup that is going to consolidate sideways, pump a little, you know, and it's never going to give you that retest. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Otherwise, we've started off strongly, right, on a Monday open. By the way, Monday open and weekly open, right, are one and the same. So, for example, notice close and open right here. Let's switch this off to open, high, low, close to daily. Check it out. Here's the open, here's the close. See that? And let's switch back to weekly. Here's the close. All right, so that's going to be the open. This is the half day, what they refer to as the half day setup over here, which means it's a high probability area, but also very strong for a bounce back. So we're just chilling until then. Right now, though, on lower time frames, you know, wait for a little pullback, buy back into it. Potentially right here, we just had a crossover here, and might not even, you know, there's a BC over here, upside down. We kind of reversed the whole bearishness there. So now we're going to come back down. So it's definitely telling us to TP, and we're going to have, so imagine if you were to go short over here, added a little bit here, added a little bit here, we're most likely coming back down to about 62 or so. Okay, so be ready to participate in that. Don't believe the hype at the top over here. Be ready to have a slight pullback. And one new feature to look forward to, Bybit Pro traders. Right now it's in heavy testing, but you have, if you notice, a webhook, and I have a line here, and look, it pops something pops up here, and you're like, what is that? What is that thing over there? And that, my friends, you click on this, is the new webhook function. Basically, you set your signal on MarketSpy, baseline, price level crossing specific target, you know, Bitcoin price crossing a specific price target. Hell, even for you, what's it called? The magic indicator, market cipher traders. Every time I say that, I have to wash my mouth. But you guys can go on the green dot, set it up, and it will execute the trade for you. It will buy it. It will buy your beautiful green dot. And you can go to daddy face and say, "Daddy, look what I did. I bought a green dot." And say, "Good job. Good job," he'll say. You can be proud of yourselves. So if you're a Bybit Pro user, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever it is that you do, it's your business. But I'm telling you, this new webhook thing is going to change the game. Automated trading that is done right. You're fully in control, and you will see exactly like what is going to happen based on, you don't even have to be around it, you know, or you don't have to sweat it and time it and trust your finger to slip. Maybe you could just sit there and trade this thing semi-automatically. Hey, you love this. I know I do. Just thinking about it. And so I have tried it, and it should be available pretty soon. Now, the biggest thing for you guys, here's the thing. There's a okay, and we're gonna talk about this in the platoon, but Bybit Pro users, you wanted to get rid of the API rate limits. We listened. As MarketSpy is an institutional entity behind the scenes, okay? We have finally received a little answer from Bybit over here. This is our chat with CR and Bybit API integration support chat. Okay, and so we're going to basically Just gonna hide the link over here for so nobody else clicks it. But here it says, "Dear esteemed customer," all right. The announcement has been made to better support our institutional customers like yourself. We made some key changes to our current business model. We have now launched a dedicated management team specifically tailored for our institutional customers and their needs. The new team will be responsible for all activities related to institutional customers, including trading fee discounts, API rate limit, withdrawal limit, and more. We'd appreciate if you could provide us with the information by filling the form. So we're ready to propose to Bybit to have this exclusive feature for Bybit Pro traders, because we will all be counted as one big entity that if this goes through, and I'll put a good word for you guys, we will have a super duper time trading, because you will be running multiple instances of Bybit Pro across all instruments. And what that is going to do is, hear me out, it is going to eliminate your rate limit. So there's no more, oh, you can't, you could, you just think for a little second, right? And there's the criteria, right? I'm going to get into more details about that in the coming days inside of our Discord, and we'll try to organize this movement. But it would be the first instance of where retail traders would have such powerful access to retail tools, perks and benefits that are VIP club only. I mean, we're not talking about bonuses, sign up and get this and that. You will get your bonus, don't get me wrong, with the link that's down below, partner.bybit.com/institutional. And that link was created specifically so that we can present to Bybit, I can present to Bybit the single entity for MarketSpy, which is going to be the combination of all traders that are users. Now, without you, this is not going to be possible. Now, I'm asking of two things here. One, you have to ditch your current account. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. Move all of your assets to the newly created account using, if you use the link down below. Send me a DM with your Bybit ID number. And this rate limit thing will only work for people who will have a verified, activated, funded account, because we're talking about institutional tools and access to something that is only available to the select few. And if you would like to be serious about this, then that's what you're going to have to do. I hate to say it, but you know, you're looking to basically redo the whole thing, right? And if you're withdrawing and moving sides, you will have to re-verify KYC and stuff like that. And if you have issues, I can have a manager that will basically assist you and help you with the transfer if it's something crazy. If it's not, then you could do so. You can sign up using the link down below. That identifier will only be used for Bybit Pro. And in the future, there's going to be a plan how the more advanced market making features of Bybit Pro that are out and are planned to be out are going to play a part with this specific identifier that Bybit will know that we're not fucking around, and they will treat you as an institutional trader. And so for that reason, I ask you to create a new account, transfer it over there, verify it with me through a DM. We will create a list of all the recorded Bybit IDs, and these IDs will be tied to your Bybit Pro, and the rate limit is hopefully going to give us a chance to finally trade unlimited instruments and everything else. KYC is not mandatory below 2 BTC withdrawal limit, so that doesn't really matter. It's up to you guys. But that's all I'm going to say here publicly. Inside the platoon, we're going to have a session where I will try to answer your questions and explain better what is the aim of all of this. But historically, in the retail trader space, this will be a first. All things considered, you know, this is going to be the first one of a kind opportunity for people. It has nothing to do with bonuses at all. They already know. We have been in touch with them, and they already know that most traders that we have in Bybit Pro, there have been remarks. I can even show you some chats where they say limit traders and influx, and the majority of limit traders coming from Bybit API, and they really like that. Believe it or not, the exchange is on your side when you are on their side, when you're helping them get to their they have certain goals as well as a liquidity provider. And the way we trade here at MarketSpy is different, as you already know. So all these other traders out there, don't worry about that, promising you bonuses, sign up, you're gonna get that. But if that's also something that you care, by creating a new email and transferring your funds over. By the way, if you want to get the bonus, get your funds out to a hard cold wallet. Then from there, transfer to your new Bybit Pro account that you will create using the link below called Institutional. That short link is going to specifically, they already know it's been set up specifically for this purpose, is going to allow them to identify people who are going to trade. So not every Bybit Pro trader is going to have access to this until they do. So I will share the necessary steps, the pros and the cons of doing so. The only cons is going to take 5 minutes of your time. And what else? Not much else. And the pros far outweigh the cons. Not only are you going to be getting perks and free subscriptions to certain things within Bybit Pro, such as the Robo Pack and stuff like that, but you'll have that option to just do what you do already without this costing you anything. And in case of Bybit, what do they promise us? They promise us withdrawal limits and reduction or elimination of limit on API calls. They can do it. They have the capacity. We need to prove ourselves to them. So once I have that data, once I say, before I submit my form, my application for a secondary institutional entity, we've already been trading with them pretty aggressively using other schematics. But for this particular purpose, I will need to show them that we have the numbers for that. And if we don't, then that's just not going to happen. But I'm pretty sure it will. And we will also have an incentive program where you can maybe tell others, get 25% of the Bybit Pro or MarketSpy sub to you as an affiliate. We are launching the new website that is going to have all these details included just around the corner when we... By the way, the price is dropping, huh? Incremental TP, I'm telling you. Boom, boom, boom. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. What was I saying? We have Cyber Monday, Black Friday. Those are the days we're looking at to unleash the Kraken that is going to eat up all of YouTube alive. And if you guys you want to be part of that, you're welcome to do so. Register, transfer it over. DM me your Bybit registration ID number. We'll verify it. I'll put you in the form, submit. They'll see how many members we have. We meet the criteria, volume. Off we go. We don't have to worry about those limits. So to better support our institutional traders that are going to tag along with us, we're going to have a team that is going to support us with this as well. Now, one thing is, there are other perks that are potentially very, very, very appealing, such as depending on the volume that we can generate collectively as one entity, they could be... Actually, I cannot talk about those things, but let's just say we may be granted some X-ray vision into the liquidity books. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. So link down below if you're up for the ride. Do so, and DM me and you're on board. Lots of perks to come with this, because if we can nail this, this will literally be life-changing for a lot of you, because these rate limits are going to give us infinite number of possibilities. Now with these automation webhook tools and stuff that's happening, we may finally be able to trade seriously in the retail space competitively like no other group has ever done before. So think about it. It's funny what you come across on Twitter, which I'm just getting acquainted with. When you search for MarketSpy, you come across beautiful messages like these over here. People would do anything. You wiggle something for free in front of them, just Crypto Face giving away Market Cipher. Giving it away. The edge. It's time for a giveaway. And these people come along and they're like, I've been using MarketSpy, but I would really appreciate access for Cypher if you could just give me this chance.
You're a legend. You're a legend, Face. Please, I need this.
Yeah, I need this. I can't trade without it. I see the millions you're making. I'm gonna make those same millions. Yay!
Ignore them, CR. You know that they are a bunch of idiots.
I know, Tonto. I know. It's just... I don't know. Out of my face. Out of my face. One man's trash is another man's treasure. What was the saying? How does that saying go? So, ladies and gentlemen, the dip, I think we may witness right now. There's a trade setup that is going to trigger if we come across below the CP. This test setup on Bybit Pro is going to activate. So I have created a price level. I clicked on this plus sign, right? Created an alert. Then I went to webhooks over here. I copied my secret key, copied the message. This is top secret sauce here, so we're not showing it. This privacy feature is going to be great for you streamers out there who are also doing TA online. You will be able to so no one can send like a million order trade alert right now and activate my chaser and completely destroy me. What's this thing? Look at that. Look at that. Copy, paste, boom, and you're going to get a little notification here that's going to come through and activate the chaser. So let's see if it actually happens. I'm not sure, but it would be interesting to see if it does happen, because if it does happen, then I'll be able to demonstrate to you live how the new feature, this new feature is going to work with alert triggers from TradingView. But it's not enough. We want to bring more innovation to the game, and this is going to... We're scratching the surface. There are other things that I cannot talk about right now, but you're going to be excited at zero cost to you guys. Besides for what you already pay, price of admission is, there's always a price of admission. But other than that, we'll make sure that there's no advantage to using anything else out there. We're gonna make sure of that. And this is going to be interesting now, because we are witnessing the first pullback that is a strict buy. There's going to be a buy. Could be happening right now, because this orange line is also here for a reason. It's probably going to bounce away from it, but we need to wait a little bit, let it go a little lower. Scale in. You want to be scaling in here. Potential to go back down to about 61.6 is there, and so my trigger starts at around here, and it's going to start chasing an accumulated position that I'm going to hold for a duration of precisely 3 or 4 candles on 1 hour, so about 4 hours. It's getting cold in here. I need to go and do something about that freezer that I installed here in the office. The AC is too much right now. So relative to Bitcoin, what I don't know. Ethereum's always been this weird outlier. The way it moves is a little. I don't know. It's almost like Bitcoin, but not really. So let's just mark a few things that are very obvious, right? In stages. And I would argue we're almost at the top of this range here. Okay. Almost at the top of the range. ETH. ETH is going to go higher. That's a very conservative. Oh, you mean the dip? Hold on a second. 4,170 looks like the target. I think it just broke through that target. I don't think we're coming back with a target. I don't know. It looks choppy. It looks like it's still consolidating here, but VVS is pretty strong here. I think it has the potential to go a little higher. Wow, it actually this is my first time looking at this thing because I don't trade it. It's actually peaked at the previous top, like almost exactly, right? It's actually a higher high, but double. What would I do here? It's exactly like Bitcoin. It's exactly like Bitcoin. I think it goes a little higher. Consolidates, goes back down to about here, and moves away. Yeah, that's the setup I'm looking at right here. This thing is just going to push us slightly ever higher. Long-term trend flow is establishing itself. Short-term is going to push it down lower. Gets to over here. Long-term, you can see how that's where you're looking at. As a daily, right? So daily, we just had these are very, very rare. It was kind of deep also. So the momentum here is pushing it. It's pushing it, and there's a small little trend line that you should pay attention to over here. So once that push goes higher, I think you're looking at something like it comes down, grinds up against it, and then comes back down eventually. So you've got about 1 week worth of prices pushing higher, right? Before we cool off. So we just had a tiny little session of nothingness here on ETH, but it's looking like it's ready to go a little higher. So if you're scalping, go for it. IMO. So TA analysis from days ago, this remains a valid target over here. We will need to slightly move it higher. This now is located at, so if we do have a pullback, we're looking to go slightly high. It most likely is going to happen somewhere around here. So down to right around 57-ish. Basically the base of this impulse here, most likely. It'll be stages. It'll be stages through which we not an instant line drop like this. It's going to be a few stages here for the descent. But it's looking decent. Ran the stops, time to cool off. We're looking at the 1 hour ITP that is doing all that. So that's what I mean. If you were to like scalp this is extremely profitable, and you know, as a signal on its own, adding in for an average, knowing when the stages, it looks, remember we talked about those L's, it tries to look for that, and it identifies them pretty good compared to, you know, just about any time frame. Lower time frames, like let's say you were trading this I don't know, like this range over here, right? Like we pumped, look at this, we pumped, right? So let's say you went in here, we opened and it pumped, you went in here, went down a little bit, you know, volatility sign, came back down. So point to point is like, if it went up here, you would take profit over here. Then you would go long over here, long over here, long over here. Average unit would pump, you would take profit over here, bring your average to run here. So within like up and down, sort of that kind of structure is very, very useful. And it happens in real time. You just have to wait for the candle close to confirm that is the structural candle, and then off you go. And so it's, whoa, going to be very exciting. But of course there's a method to how to execute these trades and how to treat them, and we're going to talk about, like, for example, this, right? You don't want to be short over here, but in case you are, boom, 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 price comes down, your average is probably sitting around here. It hasn't failed me in the last 6 months or thereabouts of testing it on Bitcoin specifically, and some of our other guys using Nifty as well as the S&P 500 to trade those markets. It's been great. So right now you have your tiny little dip that is happening on 1 hour, and it is likely to go lower. There it is. Daily open TC is right over here. That is expected, so try to accumulate on the range, within the range down to here at most. You have a confluence of support over there. Very nice. Down it goes, down it goes, down she goes. Ladies and gentlemen, viewership is dropping. People are not interested. Neither am I. I will see you next time. Actually see you in Discord in the platoon. We'll go over a few details. Make sure you know, if you heard the last bit of this video, do the thing. 800 EMA on 1 minute now. Strong support. I don't mess around with 1 minute charts, but for sure, Jay-Z, you go get it. I'll see you guys in the platoon. Maybe. And it's kind of, no, actually I won't. It's 2:36. I'll see you tomorrow now. But you're still being supported here. You're still going to, I think we're in a wider range pattern where we will spend some time trading sideways here. So like something like that, right? The opening was strong, and it's just the start of the week. We have no reason to go below that right now. So buy those dips and make some money. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the likes. 32 likes. It's getting better and better every day. I'm extremely happy and grateful. Very generous. Thank you. Until then, traders. The music stopped too. Music stopped too. Tonto is not happy. Let's wrap it up, Tonto.
As you wish, CR. Good luck, everyone. Make money. Be happy. Stay hydrated. Never liquidated. Ha ha ha.
Tonto, you bastard. Taking over my microphone like that. I'll see you guys later.
See you guys later.
See you, everybody.
See you tomorrow.
Don't. No. Oh, look, the little tiny ladder is already up. It's already up nicely. Almost 100 points. You know, 100 points. Take profit. Take profit. Who cares? Who cares? Don't hodl for you know, swings. How do you know if it's a swing? Right now, you're getting that wick. Few more candles. Repeat it, because it's most likely is going to do that same thing again. You know, going to dip again. Repeat the process. We're not certain. And the question, to wrap it all up, the question is, why are you bullish on Bitcoin? Because it just pumped. What about yesterday? If a few days ago you were bearish, should you change your buys just like that in a flash because it pumped today on Monday open? It's good to meditate on that question. What made you shift? Go with the trend? But directionally, trust me, this dip is for the buying, and the rip is for the selling. Look! It's up by 130 points. I'm just gonna close this because I just made Bazam. I just got myself a pizza for the low price of 5,000 contracts. $150 pump. Get you $20. You can get yourself a nice little pizza. You know, quote it in real life items. You know, it doesn't matter what it is. It's not about flexing anything. It's about, you know, what could you do with it? Nothing life-changing, but sustainable, profitable. Can you repeat the process? I hope you do, because this is great. What's good for me is good for you. I'll see you guys later. Seriously, we gotta go. We gotta wrap it up. And I have more goodies for you, but that's for the insiders tomorrow. I'm not talking about magic charts. We've got education coming your way here at the correctional facility of Cryptopocalypse Now for the Traders Anonymous. I'm just kidding. You guys are doing amazing. I'm super. I'm really excited to see that. The profit wall is active as hell. You don't see that often. It's not lucky. It's a. I look at it and I say that's a process. You repeat that. It's a repeatable process. You can repeat it. You can do it. The pit. We're signing off. One love.